Hi, hi, hi. You can see on the description, this lady on the forum, Lapif Let's Talk forum. I'm a member of that forum. This black lady asked, "How has shaming some behaviors changed anything?" And I heard a lot of pushback against shaming. There's nothing more shamed in America than shaming anything. Every behavior is supposed to just be accepted. Anything goes. And my response to her was simple. Ma'am, it's all about macro, not macro level. If it's only the minority that's trying to shame and keep some standard in the community, within the community, let's say the black community in America, or within the country, all America in general. Let's say if someone is having like babies out of wedlock, popping babies all the time, different fathers, and you got 100 people, 90 people praising them, telling them how wonderful that is to be a single mother, how courageous it is to just keep having babies for different guys, and you only have 5% who are like criticizing them, and you have another 5% who don't care. It's not going to work. But shaming has been for centuries, for millennia, for multi-millennia, shaming has been a good regulator of behavior in every society known to human being, known to mankind. Every society. Shaming works. Shaming works. In Japan, shame is very important. And Japan is one of the least corrupt societies in the world because shame is very important to them. Shame, people will be ashamed to steal in Japan. People will be ashamed to lie. People will be ashamed to just have no standard. In most Muslim countries, shame is very important. You don't want to shame your family. You don't want to shame your family. You don't want to have babies out of wedlock. You don't want to get pregnant out of wedlock. So shame control, it will regulate things. It enforces rules and regulations, family standard, tribal standard, community standard, country standard, society, neighborhood standard. Shaming is very important. And shame has worked for millennia, for multi-millennia. It's only in the past 50 to 60 years that like we have taken shame out of we fighting shame. The word shame even is oh, he's SLUT shaming me. He is fat shaming me. He is mom shaming me. He is dad shaming me. All the women in the community cannot even talk to young mothers anymore, give them advice, or she's mom shaming me. If I become 300 pounds tomorrow and anybody talk to me about it, even family, I could just say, oh, they're fat shaming me. If I become a father tomorrow and my dad or my uncles or my brothers or friends who have more experience in that domain, who have been fathers, grandfathers, trying to give me advice on how to do things, how to raise my kids, oh, their father shaming me. We need shame regulate things. In America in general, we want to take shame out of society, but especially in the black community, because that's my the black community is my community. But I can see it in the larger society. But in the black community, we don't want to have no standard. People have the right to dress however they want to. Yeah. But as a majority, the majority of the people in the community have the right to say this is not the standard, and have the right to have their opinion. Shame is important. Let's not just beat around the bush like they say in Africa. We have to tell the truth. Shame always been a good regulator for societies through multi-millennia. All societies known to mankind use shame, some to to enforce standard, societal standards. Societal standards and norms are not always bad. They're not always bad. We need society. We need societal standard. We need norms in society. We need norms. We need norms. A lot of women in our community, in the black community, anything they like, they want to create their own norms all the time. They don't have problem with norms, but they just have problem with norms that regulate society to, to push our community forward, to make sure to tell young girls, young women, you cannot just be having kids out of wedlock. To tell young fathers too, to tell young men, like, stop sagging your pants, pull your pants up, be a man, be stoic, be tough. We need norms. We need norms for black men. We need norms for black women. We need norms for everybody in the society, in the larger American society. We need norms. We have to respect, you know, minorities within the community, people that have their own lifestyle, that they say they were born like that. But like by and large, we need shame. And if we do it on the macro, if we reverse the numbers, let's say the spreading single mothers on, just as go on a baby showers for single mothers. This single mother got 2 3 kids, and you go into her fourth baby shower, encouraging her, different dad. Imagine if no people weren't praising them. If it was tough to be, if there were some kind of consequences for our actions, people would think about it. And people would think about it for guys too, for the fathers too. They'll think about it. Back in the days, young men just used to, be like, okay, make an honest woman out of her, because the two of them know there will be price to pay for having that baby out of wedlock. So even before the baby was born, they had shotgun weddings or whatever. They just put it together, and before the baby is born, the marriage is, consumed. Then, they go to church, they go to the mayor, and they do it because the parents didn't want society to judge them. The grandparents didn't want society to judge them. How can your kids just be having kids out of wedlock? So shame is very important. Don't let nobody. And what another thing that I told the lady, I'm like, America is less than 5%, maybe 4.7% of the world population. And the black population in America is 13% of the American population. So don't think because shame has been so diluted, it's not being really enforced, that it's not working in other cultures, other countries. Shame works. Even in America, you got communities here, they have sense of shame. In the Indian community, even divorcing brings shame. That's why 98% of their marriages stay, and the 2% of divorcees get married, because the Indian community, the Indian American community, they have the sense of shame is huge, and it helps and it works.